The Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, the Progressive Cane Farmers Association, and the Curacao Sugarcane Producers Association sent a joint letter to Minister of Agriculture and Deputy Prime Minister Gaspar Vega. All three associations want to meet with Vega to discuss the first cane price estimates. This year, as first payment, farmers will receive $35.33, a decrease from last year. This decrease has the farmers extremely concerned because they say they will not be able to meet operational expenses to keep producing sugar cane. So now the three associations got together and are asking to meet with Vega with the intent to carve a way forward that would benefit the farmers. Yesterday in an interview, Chief Executive Officer for the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, Oscar Alonso, explained that they want the government that should be what they want the government to do for them.
As you know, we are trying to see what measures could be taken to improve the payment that the farmers get for their sugar, especially now that the first payment is very low at $35.33. Right? The first measure we proposed was that it could be done from a company basis where they review their assumptions on which they calculated the price. Okay. And we referred to three factors there that they could look at that could give room for an increase in the price. The other measures too has to do with the actual price of sugar that is sold on the domestic market. If you will notice, sugar is the only commodity in Belize that has not been given a price increase for the past 10 or 15 years. Flour, beans, rice have always been at different points in time, right? Over the last few years, been given price increases, okay? But the price of domestic sugar has remained at 44, but yet this is the lamentable part. It is being sold in the shops at about 50, 55 cents, and it shouldn't be. The Standard Bureau is supposed to be doing its job to ensure that the consumer is getting what has been established by law that the retail price should be. Okay, so the other factor is too, the neighboring countries of Guatemala and Mexico, the price of sugar there is high, and they're willing to pay. It's almost about three times what it is sold here. So it stimulates the sale of sugar by contraband, because only BSI can export sugar, nobody else, right? Okay, so officially exported. So whatever goes across there has to be in a contraband manner. And yet the farmers don't get any benefit from it, neither the manufacturers benefit from that. So we're saying, okay, this proposal has been on the table for quite some time. It's nothing new, okay? But it's something that has not been acted on. It has been sent to government on several occasions that they need to increase the price of local sugar. And yesterday, I think they made a resolution that they consider. Because when we wrote, we said that they consider a minimum of 25 cents increase, but the members just said, look, we want a $1 increase, that the price increase to $1. So that the difference now, right, of the 55 cents could enable the farmers then to be able to get a better price for the sugar and a better price for the cane.
The farmers are also asking the government to identify all factors that contribute to their operational costs and implement a policy that would reduce that bottom line.
We've also asked government to review its policies regarding various inputs, right, that is required, because the cost of production is high. The cost of fuel, the cost of fertilizer, the cost of spare parts, the cost of machinery services, seeds, everything that you need for, right? Bearing in mind that BSI, they have a development concession that provides them some leeway in order to make their operations more cost effective, right? And the farmers don't have that. Minimal, right? They have some, which the government provides them or services them on fuel. I think we don't pay the import duty and the GST, right? Okay, but there's a need for a review of these policies to see what assistance could be. We also asked that in the letter to the DPM that the government, together with manufacturers, request the banks to provide some relief to the farmers, because farmers, when ASR came in 2012, they told the farmers, look, produce cane. We will increase capacity from 1.3 million to 1.8 over the next 2-3 years. Nothing was done. Farmers went ahead, borrowed money, invested, expanded production, where it is right now at about estimated at about 1.7 million, and the factory could only gain 1.3, right? So, and farmers have committed part of their first payment to repay these loans. So if you're getting $35.33 and it's costing you about $31 to deliver that cane to the factory, you're left with less than $4. And if the bank is taking out $6, you still owe the bank. You're left with nothing to try to, one, from a business standpoint, try to maintain the field in preparation for the next crop. From a personal standpoint, they don't have, what do they have to feed themselves, to be able to have a decent standard of living for themselves and their family? And you're talking about just the most critical items: their health, their education. You know, food basket has the cost of the food basket has increased. So we're not talking about other items like leisure and entertainment. They don't have, what do they have to even entertain themselves, right? So what do you think? What is it saying? Look, let's have a better first payment over the course of the crop. As the price increases, fine, that will make up the difference. But the thing is, the farmers are tied into that payment for the entire crop. So even if BSI receives a better payment, a better estimate, the farmers can't benefit from it, and they tell the farmers outright, once the price improves during the crop, you will get the payment in the second or final payment. But the farmers need it now. They need it up front in order to be able to. And this is where the farmers are getting the feeling, right, that ASR, BSI is out to do away with them.
So what happens if the government denies their request? Will the cane farmers protest? That is something that was discussed on Sunday's annual general meeting.
Part of the membership raised that yesterday, right? But it's not something that they want to move towards. They would like to see this thing resolved, okay, in the manner that we are proposing, okay? Well, it's not something that they have really set aside, okay? It's something that was browsed, okay? Farmers know that for the past 2 crops, they had started the crop late, and as a result, were affected by it, no? Okay? But I think they feel that these are measures that are proposing that could reasonably be undertaken, because it doesn't affect immediately out-of-pocket resources, right, from the company, and it is only a temporary relief measure for them to weather this period where the cane price is low.
The farmers have not received a response from the Deputy Prime Minister, but are hoping to speak with him as soon as possible.